It's easy nowadays to get all caught up in what job you should do, what job you shouldn't do. Should you be an influencer? Should you be a YouTuber? What should you do? Should you be a professional athlete? Because realistically, you can do anything that you want to and that you set your mind to and that you put your time into. But this is for the people that like are in between jobs or like can't find a good job that fits them. And I'm going to give you some advice because I have been doing a job that I love for the last 4 years. And it's a job that can be pretty hit or miss. It's a job that can, people quit because of burnout. People quit because, it's not stimulating enough or whatever it might be. But I love my job. And so far, maybe I'm just early in my career and that's why I say these things. But I love being a nurse. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 years, specifically an endoscopy nurse, which is also cool. I could talk about more. But either way, I've had a job that I've loved for the last 4 years. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people can go in every single day, look forward to their job, look forward to seeing their coworkers, working with patients, helping people out, knowing something, having the skill, having the expertise in something. And it's a really cool feeling. And so I want to share with you, how do you find a job that stimulates you, that makes you feel fulfilled? Because everyone's going to guilt you on the internet that you're not doing enough, that you're not making enough money, that you're not doing all these things. But realistically, none of that stuff really matters when at the end of the day, it's just your life. And are you enjoying the day to day? So that's the first step in how do you find a job that you love, is that you find joy in the day to day. If you are living your dream life or your dream day every single day and you're doing a 9 to 5 job that, someone would consider shitty or someone that's like superior to you thinks is, mundane, then they can go fuck themselves, because really it doesn't matter. It's not about their life. It's about your life. Do you enjoy it? So first thing, picture your perfect day. Is it, you wake up, you go for a workout, you eat a yummy breakfast, you take your time, you drink a coffee. I'm just talking about mine now. And then you meditate, you journal, we do whatever your morning routine is. And then you go do something fulfilling for a few hours, take a break, whatever, have a nap, anything you want to do. At the end of the day, we all need some sort of work to progress, to find meaning and fulfillment in life. Work is subjective. It can be actually going to a 9 to 5 job. It could be running your own business. It could be volunteering. Work is just something to do while you're here that, satisfies certain criteria. And hopefully the criteria that it satisfies is, one, that you like showing up and you look forward to it. Two, you work, either if you're going to work by yourself, you work with cool people. I think having a good culture and everything is like the number one thing that I look for. If, there's going to be people at jobs that suck, and that's okay. You do not have to stick around them. You don't have to talk to them all that much. You can pretty much ignore anybody. If you're in a tight group setting, that one person that is bothering you at the end of the day is probably bothering other people too. If you're a team player, that is. Some people aren't team players. That's totally fine. If you like a job that you want to work remotely, then that's fine, so long as you know that. For me, I like socialization in my life. I like exercise in my life. I like eating great food, and I love having fun, and I love getting better at things, whether it's my job or triathlon or just being the best version of myself. So know yourself. What is your dream day? What does it look like? Find people who have what your dream day looks like. And, you say like a professional athlete has it, and you can be a professional athlete. Like nowadays, everybody's like becoming a runner, becoming a triathlete, becoming whatever, and they're just like putting in work, working 20 hours a week, doing that shit, making content, doing these things. You can do that. Anyone can, from any set point. Like you don't have to be a ripped, aesthetic person to pursue this, this field if you wanted to. So what does your daily life look like? Know yourself. Know what that is. What time do you want to go to sleep? What time do you want to wake up? What time do you want to, who do you want to see? Who do you want to talk to? What kind of people do you want to be around? Find that out. Find out who do you want to be around. So I love my colleagues. I love the people I work with. They're like family to me. The next thing that I want you to look at is this stimulating for you? Do you feel like there's any growth? Because I feel like a lot of people work at jobs that they've been doing for like 30 years and nothing has changed. And that's really shitty, because your mind is built to expand, and then just like we all as beings are meant to expand and grow and change and challenge ourselves and develop and improve. I think self-improvement is the basis of everybody's life and basically of evolutionary biology. So how do we do that? We get a job that's stimulating, something that, different things happen every day. You are put into different positions every single day. Now I work as a nurse, and nursing is cool because you work with people, and people are all different. It's like I was talking to an engineer, or not an engineer one time. I was talking to a plumber one time, and he's done everything. He's done he was an electrician. He's a plumber. He does a bunch of trades, and he's telling me, he's like, out of everything, like that's the hardest. Plumbing is the hardest out of it. Electricity, electrician, anything like that is easy. It's just numbers. It's just the way things work. But when you work with people, that's when it gets difficult, and that's how you challenge yourself. That's how you become. That's how you challenge yourself to grow, to become someone can who can adapt, basically. And so those are things that I look forward to, or I look to in a good job. A good job has good people that I love. It allows me to do the things that I want to do on my free time all the time without saying anything. It allows me to afford the lifestyle that I want. So knowing your number is a good thing too, but it's not all that matters, because you can live cheap and live like and you can ball out at the same time. Now that may be an oxymoron, but it's true. You don't need a big house. You do not need anything. You need a gym pass if you want to do that kind of stuff, or a pass to whatever place that you want to go to, or go to the park. Anyways, I digress. You can do anything for cheap if you really want to. People are surviving on way less than you have, less than the average American or Canadian or anybody, and they're living their freaking dream lives. And so can you. You don't need $10,000 a month. You don't need $5,000 a month. You need a place over your head. Could be a car, could be a van, could be whatever you want. You got to know what you want to do and how you want to occupy your time. That's hopefully stimulating and surrounded by other cool people. That's great. Those are basically the main steps that you want. You want to be around cool people that like are living a life that you want to live. And that's not always the case with me. Like at work, I work with people that are like have families, have kids and stuff like that, and their time is occupied doing those things, and that's totally fine. That's not my life right now. I have my girlfriend, and I get to do what I want to do on the day-to-day. And if that sounds like something you want to do, then find a job that does that suits you. And how do you find these jobs? Well, you got to try things out. You got to try different things. You got to have an optimistic, positive mindset on what to do, because people are so scared of like, oh, I'm going to regret doing this thing. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, you can do whatever you want to do anytime. You can quit your job anytime. What's going to happen? Maybe you're going to need a loan to cover for another extra month of rent or whatever. Yes, you have to make sacrifice. You can't just quit and jump ship every time, because jobs don't automatically rock as soon as you get there. If you're optimistic and positive and happy and go lucky like I am, then yes, the first day can be, that's all you need. And you're like, this is an amazing job. I'm just going to stick with this. Not everybody's like that. Most people are not like that. Most people do not like their jobs. And that's really fucked up and sad, because you get so much time on this planet and then you just are doing something that you do not want to do. And that is so fucking whack. And it's like, dude, just fucking go all in. Sacrifice on whatever you want. Make sure that it aligns with your dream life. This does. Like right now, being a nurse, doing my 4 10-hour shifts every week or whatever, and then having those days off, that gives me what I want. I get to wake up when I want to. I get to go to sleep when I want to. I get to eat whatever food I want. I get to train for the things that are important to me, like triathlon. I get to read books. I get to do what I like to do every single day. And then I get to work with people. This part is so awesome, because I get to work with people that are like fun to socialize with. So I get my socialization out that way. That I'm having stimulating conversations. I'm using my brain to think critically about what problems can I solve? How can I make this person feel better? How can we remove this cancer from somebody? How can we do this? And when you work as a part of a team, that just adds to it. It's a multiplier, because we are social beings. Let's be real. And the remote jobs, and I don't want to call it like a loneliness epidemic or whatever, but like remote jobs sound sick. Don't get me wrong. I've never had one, but it sounds cool to have complete freedom of your time. And if you like spending time at home, you like cooking, you like doing stuff, then a remote job is a great idea. But if you need socialization like I do, then you can get that from a really good job. And you do not need a fancy job. You don't need to go to nursing school. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be any of these stuff. Find a job that suits you. And you do that by trying new things. I've liked every single job that I've been to. I'm lucky. I'm optimistic. I'm positive. I'm going to do good wherever I want to do good. And if you don't have that mindset and you're going to be negative about shit, then good luck. You're going to have a fucking hard time finding a good job. And that's okay. That's not for everybody. Being happy in life is not for everybody. And that's sad, but it's true. But if you're on your self-improvement shit, like you want to do stuff, you want to make some more money so that you could, help your family out, you can help yourself out, you can get yourself out of your current situation and move on to the next situation, start with a job that you like and that you can actually see yourself showing up to every single day. There's nothing wrong with liking your 9 to 5 or even loving it. There's nothing wrong with that. We get so caught up in all the IG flares, you know, all the theatrics of it and all the aestheticsness of it, of like living in Bali and doing shit like that. But it's honestly, it's not that big of a deal. If you hate your life, change it. Please do not stick to a job that, you know, you don't want to like slit your wrists every time that you think about it or go to, or you get PTSD, or because I mean, there's nurses like that. That's totally fine. But there's also nursing opportunities where you don't have to do any of that shit. You can love your job, show up every day, and then people will say like, oh, well, that's not a stressful enough job for me. It's not stimulating enough. It's like, find stimulation outside of it. I'm kind of ranting now, but finding a good job is not that hard. If you have a positive mindset, are optimistic, you want to learn, and you become interested in the thing. I think that's also an important thing, is like, it takes time for you to become more interested in something, and things become more interesting the more you know about it. Like if I didn't know all the Lord of the Rings lore, you know, prior to, I probably wouldn't be as excited to talk about anybody on the street at any given time. Or if I, you know, wasn't interested in triathlon, I wouldn't be talking about it. I'd be like, wow, that's kind of boring. Or that's why I don't like talking about golf, because I don't give two shits about golf, because I don't know enough about it, right? Why would I want to talk about something like that? But I've surrounded myself with people who talk about the things that I want to talk about. We talk about health. We talk about how can we help this person. So find yourself a job like that. Don't be afraid to try something new, and like, yeah, maybe it sucks for the first little bit, but if you can keep that positive, optimistic mindset, then you're going to be totally fine no matter what you do. And if you're a social butterfly, you want to have some fun and you want to work on your social game, find a job where it's with people, not working home from remote, doing Zoom calls and shit like that. Like, that's a trap. If you're young, especially, get a job where you work with people. Sales, all these marketing things, like the stuff that they tell you to do that are like just like lifelong skills, you can do that. But you can also get sales working with people. You get understanding people at their lowest points, at their highest points. How can you see them? Human psychology is learned by experience, not by studying it. I've read that in the Carl Jung book, and I'm not even being a fucking philosopher dork right now. I'm just like, that's actually true. It's like psychologists think they can learn from a textbook, or people think you can just learn psychology through a textbook, and it's not true. You got to learn it through experience. So if you want a good job, you got to do it through experience. Become interested, be optimistic, adapt, be a team player. Try something new. Work really hard. Try and be the best at whatever you do. No matter how shitty your job is, always have a good work ethic. And then if you don't like it, if it's not cutting it for you wanting your dream life, you're not doing this stuff, you're not flying to Bali every weekend or whatever the fuck, then don't do it, okay? Give it a chance. I've talked enough about this, but it's okay to love your job. I hope you do. I hope you find a job that you love. If you want to make YouTube videos, make fucking YouTube videos every single day and just keep doing that and just keep having fun. Think of like old YouTube. Old YouTube was just like you doing experimental shit all the time, and it was cool. Yeah, just chug a fucking 2 liter of olive oil and then make a video about it. Whatever you want. But it's not that complicated. Be optimistic. You got this, all right? So with that, always remember, rep set. I hope you find a good job. Catch you in the next one.